Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to split one dataset into multiple sheets using Excel's filter function. If you've been filtering your data, copying the results, and pasting them into different worksheets, there's a better way. I'll be using a dummy HR dataset with 100 rows. I'll be splitting this dataset into different sheets using the employment type column, creating one sheet each for full-time, contract, and freelance. I'll show you a small trick that will allow your formula to automatically capture new records added to your data sets. So make sure you stick around until the end. Without wasting any more time, let's get into it. This is Dataset, where I help you kickstart your data analytics journey. If you are new here, welcome. I'm super excited to have you here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any of my tutorials. Now let's get started. First thing is to create different sheets for each category. I'll rename the sheets to full-time, contract, and freelance. I'll move on to copy the header columns across individual sheets. Next, I'll type in the formula. On the first cell below the header, I'll start with equal to, then filter. This brings up the option. Here it says it filters a range or array. I'll type in my open parentheses. The first argument is the array, which is the range of your data set. I'll move to my data set and select from the second cell downwards, skipping the headers. I'll be using the formula bar here to make the formula easier to read. Then I'll type comma. Next is the include argument. This is what you want to filter out. That is the keyword you will use to split the data. I'll select from the second cell in the employment type column, which is column F, to the last cell, then type equal to. In a double quotation mark, I'll type full-time. Make sure you type the value exactly as it appears in your dataset to avoid any errors. I'll close the parentheses, then press enter on my keyboard. This immediately filters only the dataset with full-time. I'll change the data type for the higher dates to short date format. Next, I'll move to the contract sheet and repeat the same steps. Now, for the freelance sheet, I'll show you a better approach. Instead of selecting a fixed cell range, I'll select the entire column. This ensures that whenever new records are added to the data set, the formula automatically picks them up, so you don't have to edit the formula later. I'll type my formula equal to filter, open parenthesis, select the whole column range. You can see that there is no cell number limitation here. Then comma, then column F equal to freelance, close your parenthesis, then press enter on your keyboard. You can see this returns the dataset with freelance. The advantage of using the entire column range is that when new records are added at the bottom of the dataset, you don't need to update your formula. Excel will automatically include those new entries. I'll quickly demonstrate this. I have some new records copied and I'll paste them into my main dataset. I'll change this to freelance employees. Here you can see the last name is Monica Johnson. Now I'll go to the freelance sheet to check if her record has been added. As you can see, Monica's record appears automatically without me making any changes to the formula. Next, I'll check the full-time sheet. You can see that it still stops at the previous records and does not include the new data we added. I'll also check the contract sheet and the same thing happens. It still shows only the original records because the formula was based on a fixed range. This small change makes a big difference when your dataset grows. And that brings us to the end of today's tutorial. If you learned something new or found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button, share it with someone who might benefit from it, and subscribe for more tutorial videos. Thanks for sticking around until the end, and I'll see you in the next one.